In a few years, the Canadian Forces will be re-adding self-propelled artillery to its list of capabilities. Indeed, the Army hasn't had this type of equipment for over 2 decades, with the last 12 of its M109s retired from service on February 25, 2005. Under the project name Indirect Fires Modernization, Canada will undertake a, quote, complete capability redevelopment of indirect fires as its existing capabilities reach end of life. A government document says that the investment will provide a mix of self-propelled artillery systems, mortars, sustainment vehicles, munitions, and infrastructure to operate and support mechanized brigades. And so let's focus on the self-propelled artillery part of this procurement program and what the Army may one day operate. So why is Canada looking for self-propelled howitzers? Well, at the moment, Canada's main form of artillery is the M777 towed howitzer. Hailed as being lightweight and portable, yet more powerful than any gun of its kind, the 155mm towed howitzer's main advantage is being easily transportable by rotary and fixed-wing aircraft or heavy-wheeled vehicles. We saw this in action during a NATO multinational brigade exercise in Latvia, with the Canadian Forces repositioning a gun. During another media opportunity in Latvia that we were invited to, we saw Spanish M109s demonstrate shoot-and-scoot tactics, while in the distance, Canada's M777s were dug in. And while it probably wasn't the key takeaway that the Canadian Public Affairs officer was hoping for, it seemed like a good demonstration as to why Canada needs to also be able to shoot and scoot, especially in an environment where advanced counter-battery radar can locate the source of indirect fire fairly quickly. Sure, being dug in offers some protection, but it does feel like a riskier move. And so it was in February 2025 that the government issued a Request for Information, or RFI, related to indirect fires modernization. This RFI was meant to do the following: 1. Engage industry. 2. Obtain additional information. 3. Understand choice of equipment. 4. Support capacity. And 5. Get feedback on the modernization of the country's indirect fire capabilities. According to the website Defence Archives, the primary objective of the IFM project is to replace the Army's M777s with 80 to 98 new 155mm self-propelled howitzers. Within the RFI's mobility category, it stated that a road speed of 80 km per hour and operational range of 450 km are desired. And so the general understanding is that this would exclude the top tracked vehicle contenders such as BAE's M109A7 Paladin, the KNDS PZH-2000 and Hanwha's K9 Thunder, since all of these come short on both speed and range. In the words of Noah from True North Strategic Review, the RFI does not exclusively rule out track platforms, but it does set out requirements that eliminates the track platforms available on the market. Defence Archive notes that the exclusion of all the tracked options would have still left many wheeled vehicles that could have satisfied the other requirements. For the RFI's lethality category, it was stated that the military is looking for 1. A 52 caliber 155mm howitzer system, 2. An effective range up to 30 km with conventional munitions, such as the M795, 3. A range up to 40 km with a next-generation base bleed projectile like the M1128. 4. The ability to fire 155mm precision guidance projectiles like the M982 and M1156. 5. Fire 155mm sensor-fused anti-armor munitions. 6. The ability to conduct MRSI, multiple-round simultaneous impact. And finally, 7. The ability to detect and neutralize close-range threats in a direct-fire role. Shoot-and-scoot capability was in a section of its own, and it stated that one battery of 6 howitzers must be able to engage a target with a minimum of 96 rounds and come out of action in less than a total of 3 minutes. Additionally, platforms must displace at least 500 meters in less than 2 minutes after firing in a tactical environment. And finally, the platform must, quote, have the ability to fire to engage indirect targets while on the move. And so with this information, many are looking towards platforms using the AGM or Artillery Gun Module by KNDS of Germany. That's because the AGM is one of the few that have shown an ability to fire on the move. It's not something the French Caesar can do, nor Sweden's Archer, nor the K9 by Hanwha, whether it's on wheels or tracks. And so it's believed that if this requirement indeed remains firm, then the only question would be the platform supporting the AGM and the 155mm gun. There are examples already out there. Germany and the UK have plans to operate the gun on the Boxer 8x8 platform, while the Swiss will have AGM fitted onto the latest 10x10 variant of the Piranha 4 from Gedel's Morvag. In May 2026, one of the most plausible solutions was unveiled in the form of the Canadian-built Grizzly LAV self-propelled howitzer. Based on a Canadian-designed and manufactured LAV, which sports 10 wheels rather than the common 8, General Dynamics Land Systems Canada says that this mobile gun is offered in partnership with KNDS Deutschland. As Defense Archive points out, General Dynamics Land Systems Canada would have the advantage of already being the Canadian Army's main armoured vehicle supplier. The ability to produce the chassis domestically at their London, Ontario plant is a massive selling point as well, as it's a facility that has proven its ability to deliver. And so again, if the firing on the move is a must-have, then it seems like the Grizzly is in the position of being the most likely candidate. But this RFI and its language somewhat reminds us of New Zealand's acquisition of light armoured vehicles, with the country moving forward with a competition despite assertions that the requirements were written in such a way that only one vehicle would have won, the LAV-3. Now, it's worth noting that Canada has not yet committed to running a competition and inviting various teams to bid. But at the same time, if those RFI points stick, then there seems to be little reason to go through the motions of a competitive tender anyway. We're not exactly procurement experts, but there is something to be said about narrowing one's focus so much that other options and their virtues/benefits are ignored. The artillery gun module is advanced, but we also imagine it's rather complex. The ability to fire on the move, being as advanced as it is, will have quite a high price attached to it. Complexity during testing and development is one thing, but how easy are these systems to maintain and repair? How is their reliability? With this in mind, we're sure Canadian generals will be closely watching how the RCH-155 performs in Ukraine to answer these questions. Thinking about other platforms/products out there, the K9 is known for being a cost-effective option while also having a quick learning curve. Additionally, resupply is automated as it pairs with the K10 ammunition resupply vehicle to transfer shells automatically under armor protection. Now, to be clear, there's no hidden agenda for us using the South Korean platform as an example. Rather, we bring it up because we've already seen several northern European nations as well as Poland choose the K9 self-propelled howitzer. South Korea's weapons industry has also been a hot topic in Canada in recent times, and this is due to the intense submarine competition between Hanwha Ocean and Germany's TKMS, a competition that Korea ended up losing. And so the bottom line for us is that while firing on the move is a fantastic capability, it shouldn't be the be-all and end-all when shopping around for a self-propelled artillery platform. Again, there are many, many other factors worth considering that could tip the scales toward another product. But, well, we'll just have to wait and see if this part of Canada's indirect fires modernization project is indeed a foregone conclusion, or if the country might loosen up its requirements to consider other options. But what do you think of the situation? Let us know by leaving a comment.